I knew he was the guy I needed to train with. He was open to working together, but mentioned he was flying back to LA later that day. One thing I've learned is that you must take advantage of every opportunity you get. So I changed my travel plans, and the very next day, I flew to LA for our first workout. Growing up in Cameroon, basketball wasn't even a part of my life until I was a teenager. At 16, I had an opportunity to attend a basketball camp that would change my life, but I almost didn't go. I was so scared that I skipped the first day. When my dad found out, he basically forced me to go the next day, and that decision set me on a path that took me to America and eventually to the NBA. But nothing about my journey has been easy. When I moved to the U.S., I didn't speak any English, and I was so bad in my first high school practice that my coach kicked me out of the gym. I remember crying in my dorm room, wanting to quit. The only thing that kept me going was how I was raised. My parents always taught me to push through no matter how tough things got. Even though I sucked, I made myself show up to the gym every day, convinced that the hard work would eventually pay off. Little by little, I started improving, and eventually I accepted a scholarship to Kansas. Initially, I planned to redshirt, but I ended up playing and having a strong season, until it was cut short by injury. I missed the NCAA tournament and declared for the draft, only to get sidelined again by another injury. As tough as the injuries were, they didn't compare to what happened next. I lost my brother and best friend Arthur when he was just 13. Losing him nearly broke me. I was in such a dark place, and all I wanted was to go home to Cameroon. There were a lot of rough days, but I knew quitting wasn't an option. I kept going because I knew Arthur would have wanted that for me and our family. 2 years later, after rehabbing relentlessly, I finally was healthy enough to work on my game again. That's why I was so eager to get in the gym with Drew. Since then, he's been a huge part of my journey, and working with him has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. He's more than just a coach. He's someone who believed in me before I even believed in myself and continues to challenge me to reach levels I never thought possible. Drew didn't just think I could be one of the best players in the league. He believed I could be one of the greatest of all time. Together, we've put in countless unseen hours watching film, working on every aspect of my game, and building the mindset it takes to be the best. And that's exactly what this book teaches you: the mindset, the system, and the strategies to push past what feels impossible. Just like he did with me, Drew shows how to overcome obstacles, eliminate doubts and excuses, and believe in yourself even when your goals seem out of reach. He's helped me reach levels I didn't think were possible, and he can help you too. Everything I've been through, the injuries, the heartache, the work, all felt worth it during the 2023 MVP ceremony. Being named the league's most valuable player meant so much to me, not just because of the award, but because of the journey it represented. But the moment that will stay with me forever wasn't holding the trophy. It was holding my son Arthur as he ran across the court to hug me. In that moment, I knew I'd kept my promise to never quit, to honor my family, and to make my brother proud. Joel Embiid. A word from Drew. If you're listening to this audiobook, it's because somewhere deep down, you know you've been bullshitting yourself. You know that making more money, landing a better job, and finally getting in great shape will make your life better. You're also aware that worrying and stressing less, eliminating anxious thoughts, getting rid of the pain from your past, and eliminating toxic relationships will improve your life as well. But for some reason, you've settled. You've read self-help books, listened to peak performance podcasts, retweeted motivational quotes, attended yoga sessions, tried dieting and exercising, hired a therapist, and countless other remedies. But you still haven't found solutions to your biggest problems. And so the big question remains: what can you start doing to finally turn your life around? The answer is to stop bullshitting yourself. This book is a game plan for doing just that. For the past 17 years, I've helped many of the world's best basketball players reach levels that they didn't even think were attainable. From winning gold medals, championships, and MVP and scoring titles to being selected to the All-Star and All-NBA teams, my clients continue to reimagine what is possible when you conquer self-deception and master your relationship with yourself. Within this book, you'll learn the system and strategies that have propelled them to success.